Hi, this is Kamera again. We're on day number 217, Isaiah chapter 36 through 41. That's 6 chapters, guys. We got this. We got this. So it starts off with the king of Assyria, Sennacherib. Yeah, they're coming against Judah. So Sennacherib sends his army. He sends a staff members to talk to Judah, to approach them, actually to confront them. So Hezekiah sends his staff members to talk to the messengers of Assyria. And what Sennacherib doesn't understand is why Judah isn't given, why they aren't giving into his commands. And he's confronting them, saying, what is up? What makes you guys so confident? What makes you guys so confident? Is it Egypt? Really? You guys are going to trust Egypt? Or is it your God? You really believe that God is going to deliver you? I've destroyed, overcame so many nations. And he names these nations who trusted in their God. And then he brags, they trusted in their God and I still overtook them. Now, God sent me to this land to destroy it. This is what Sennacherib tells Hezekiah's staff. And he says, don't be fooled believing what Hezekiah says, that God is going to take care of you guys, basically. You guys trust in God? No, it's not going to happen. Other people, other nations trusted their God and overtook them. And they talk loud so that the other children of Judah could hear them. I mean, they started talking in Hebrew, trying to put fear in the people. So once they were done, talking all their, I would say smack, the staff of Judah goes back and they tell Hezekiah what Sennacherib says. And so, yeah, Hezekiah, man of God. We ought to know he's a man of God. He was very faithful to God. And so what he does is he tears his clothes, throws on some burlap, tells his messengers to go talk to Isaiah. And so, yeah, Hezekiah runs to the temple and he lays flat face down and talk to God about this situation. And he's crying out to God and all this stuff. And so meanwhile, the messengers the officials who Hezekiah sent to Isaiah, they delivered a message. Isaiah says, tell King Hezekiah he does not have to be bothered about this. He don't even have to worry. I will take care of the Assyrians. Isn't that something? Not only that, Sennacherib, he's going to die by sword. I'm going to have a message sent to him. He's going to run home. He's going to be killed by sword. So get this. The Lord sends his angels, actually, his army, to go and kill, at nighttime, 185,000 Assyrians. These are the soldiers out there, 185. The remaining soldiers wake up, they see corpses all over the place, Yeah. So Sennacherib, he's at home. He's running home, what have you, right? When he gets home, get this. Remember, Isaiah said he was going to die by sword, but get this. His 2 sons assassinated him by sword. Is that crazy? That's crazy. So Sennacherib, God took care of you. You said God couldn't do it. He did it. Yes, guys, trust in God. If he says something, believe it. Trust him. He can't make you stand firm in your faith. You have to stand firm in your faith in God. And so, yeah, he took care of them. So get this, around this time, I don't know if it was before the Assyrians situation or after, Hezekiah gets sick, right? And so Isaiah, he goes and he tells, before that, let's go ahead and continue what I'm talking about. Hezekiah gets sick. Isaiah comes to visit him, right? You're not going to leave from this bed. You're going to die. Isaiah leaves with that after that message. Hezekiah, man of God, who's been faithful to God. The Bible says he was faithful to God. So faithful that everything he did, he succeeded in. God blessed him. He turns and he starts talking to God. Lord, I've been faithful to you. Yeah, and he started just talking to God. That's something when you've been faithful to God, Better remind him, Lord, I've been faithful to you. I'm not ready, or whatever it is you need God to do, remind him, I've been serving you the best I know how, Lord. Isn't that something? Because get this, before Isaiah even left the palace, he turned around, God gave him a new message and told him he was going to add 15 years to his life. Then he gave him some ointment and healed. And this is the thing, God also had Isaiah to give him a sign with the sundial that it was going to go back, I believe 10 steps back. Yep, being faithful to God pays off. So get this. Hezekiah, when he starts to feel well, he sends up this awesome praise to God. It's like a psalm. It's a poem. Go in there and read it. It's great. Just talking about who God is and how faithful he is. Some of the things he went through even when he was sick. Yeah, but get this. Babylon, the king of Babylon, sends best wishes to Hezekiah. So he sends this envoy with the best wishes and some gifts. Hezekiah feeling all good and great, going to show off how God has blessed him. He shows off everything. All his treasuries throughout the palace, all his treasuries, his treasure houses, all his treasuries, his armory. You know what the armory is, you know what the armory holds. It shows him all of that. Everything in the kingdom, everything in the palace. Isaiah visits him. See, at this point, after I've done something like this and a man of God comes and visits me, I think I'm going to get kind of nervous, right? Isaiah approaches him and says, dude, who are those people? He says, oh, Babylon, they just came to send me best wishes. And what did you do? What did you show them? Yeah, I would really get nervous at this point, right? And what did you show them? He said, oh, I showed them everything. Everything God blessed me with. I showed them the silver, the gold, the spices, the armory. I showed them everything throughout the palace, everything throughout the kingdom. Isaiah said, not good. Babylon is going to come and take everything that you showed them. And not only that, it's going to take many of your sons and going to turn them to eunuchs. And he tells Hezekiah, this is going to happen once you're gone. Hezekiah is like, oh, I'm okay with that if it's going to happen when I'm gone. Yeah, right? So get this. The last couple of chapters basically talked about how God comforts his people. I love that one section, not only how it talks about who God is, giving praises to God, but it says, there's a section that says, who compared to God? It goes through the things that God does. Who can compare to God? And I love that one section that says, those who trust in God will find strength, and they will soar like an eagle, right? They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. So our strength is in God. We have to trust God, guys. You need strength. Ask God for strength. You'll get your strength. And he says, never get tired of doing good. So yeah, even when we feel discouraged about things in our lives, maybe, we spend a lot of time investing in doing God's work and we just get tired of how people are ungrateful and you feel used and abused. Talk to God about that. Get refocused. Lord, help me to just focus on you, why I do what I do. Make sure whatever you do it as unto God. Get that, refocus. For some reason you got distracted. It happens. Just refocus on God and say, Lord, you give me the zeal to do your will. Help me not to look at or really pay attention to everyone around me. I know they're going to be the ones that receive the blessings of, the hands you bless me with to do what you want me to do. The tongue you bless me with to speak what you want me to speak. My presence, you bless me with this body to be that light. So you have to refocus. He says, don't get tired of doing well, and all zeal, all strength come from him. So we have to seek him during this walk to be faithful to God, to be, so that God can trust us to be his hands, his feet, his tongue, and all that type of thing. So yeah, to be that light. This part right here, guys, a section, I believe it's the last chapter, that just reminds us who God is and how he helps. He says, I will be your strength. I will give you strength. I will help you. I will hold you up. You guys have to remember who God is and what he will do for you. And so he says, I am your redeemer. But then he tells us, call on your idols. If you think your idols can do something, let them show you what they can do. Don't forget, God is a creator. Everything we have, he created. He gave us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to build upon those resources. And get this, we use those resources to create idols. The things of this world we put ahead of God. Yeah, the created is worshiping the created. Anyway, he says they can do nothing. All your idols are as empty as the wind. So guys, I really enjoyed this read with Hezekiah, how, God was there, showed him that, your enemies can say whatever they want. Yeah, and how he intervened and took care of those enemies. Hezekiah didn't have to do anything. He just talked to God about that situation. Guys, regardless of the situation, talk to God about it and stand firm in your faith. God can't make you stand firm. And I love how Hezekiah was sick and he went right to God about that situation and God added to his life. But guys, we got to be careful of our pride though. Be careful of that pride because you guys already know once he showed Babylon everything, yeah, they're going to take everything. But we already know how that ends. They take everything. Yeah, and don't forget those praises, guys. Remembering who God is and how nothing compares to God. But there you have it, guys. Day 217, Isaiah chapter 36 through 41. You have a God-filled, blessed day.